What if I told you that the world's most luxurious ship was destroyed on its very first journey? The Titanic was considered a miracle of engineering. People believed it was the safest ship ever built. Some even called it unsinkable. But in April 1912, a disaster shocked the entire world and changed maritime history forever. The Titanic was built by the White Star Line and was one of the largest passenger ships ever created at that time. It was over 880 feet long and contained some of the most luxurious facilities anyone had ever seen on a ship. Passengers enjoyed grand dining halls, swimming pools, libraries, and luxurious cabins. Wealthy passengers paid huge amounts of money to travel in first class, while thousands of immigrants traveled in lower class sections, hoping to start new lives in America. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic left Southampton, England, carrying more than 2,200 passengers and crew members. The atmosphere was exciting. Newspapers praised the ship and people believed they were witnessing the future of travel. For several days, everything went smoothly. The weather was calm and passengers enjoyed their journey across the Atlantic Ocean. However, on the night of April 14, 1912, everything changed. The crew received multiple warnings about icebergs in the area. Despite these warnings, the ship continued at a high speed. At around 11:40 p.m., lookouts spotted a massive iceberg directly ahead. The crew immediately tried to turn the ship, but it was too late. The iceberg scraped along the side of the Titanic, damaging several compartments below the waterline. At first, many passengers did not realize the seriousness of the situation. The collision felt minor, but engineers soon discovered terrible news. The ship was taking on water rapidly, and it could not survive the damage. As panic slowly spread, lifeboats were prepared. Unfortunately, the Titanic did not carry enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Many people still believed the ship would remain afloat, so some early lifeboats left only partially filled. As the night continued, the situation became desperate. Families were separated. Crew members tried to maintain order. The ship's musicians continued playing music to calm frightened passengers. Shortly after 2 a.m. on April 15th, the Titanic broke apart and disappeared beneath the freezing waters of the Atlantic Ocean. More than 1,500 people lost their lives. The tragedy shocked the world. Investigations revealed serious safety failures, including the lack of lifeboats and poor communication regarding iceberg warnings. As a result, international maritime safety rules were completely changed. Ships were required to carry enough lifeboats for everyone, and new systems were introduced to improve safety at sea. Even more than a century later, the Titanic remains one of the most famous disasters in human history. The Titanic was designed to represent human achievement and confidence. Instead, it became a powerful reminder that nature can never be fully controlled. Would you have boarded the Titanic if you had the chance? Follow for more fascinating history stories.
The Titanic was a new breed of luxury liner.
It was the largest ship yet built.
The unsinkable pride of the White Star Line left Southampton. Among her passengers were many of the wealthy and influential.
The Titanic sank into the depths of the North Atlantic Ocean. After it struck an iceberg, more than 1,500 lost their lives.
Hundreds of passengers and crew witnessed the tragedy and lived to tell the tale.
A big ship like that could sink.
How did you escape?
In the last lifeboat.
Propellers were right out of water, the rudder was right out, and I could see the bottom. And then gradually she glided away, and that was the last of the Titanic.